when I worked at McDonald's, the final straw was when I finally stood up and I said, this shit is wrong. Dealing with people only because you want their money is unethical. Money is evil, and wealthy people are bad or unethical. Hear this all the time, right? Money is evil. Wealthy people are bad. Money doesn't do bad things. People do. Money doesn't do good things. People do. Who determines what's wrong or what's right? And who determines what's evil or immoral or unethical? Each individual. Then, as soon as we're not getting what we want quickly enough, we judge others for having what we want. Money. You know, we make up stories and you heard what I said, assumptions in our minds to justify our lack of work, our lack of discipline, our lack of sacrifice, and our incorrect actions and words. Okay, the person who has what we want is the bad guy. We're not the bad ones for compromising our beliefs, our standards, our ethics. It's the other person. No, we're not bad. It's the other person because they have what we want. We're not bad because we didn't have the flame burning so strong in our bones that we put in the discipline, the work, the sacrifice. We did whatever we had to do to get what we wanted. No, we didn't do those things. So the other person that did those things, they're the bad person. No, they're bad. We don't even want it anyway. That thing is stupid. And doesn't that sound like a 3-year-old? Life is about choices. I do it for the money. I need the money. That's the number one thing that I hear from people with 9-to-5 jobs complaining to me about how horrible their job and their life and their money is, and dealing with the people that treat them like crap. Customers, co-workers, bosses. And these same people tell me that I'm bad for asking for money for the business that I built from the concrete with my blood. My name is Liberty V. Justice. And there's no period in my V because my victories never end. And I'm here to help you get your victories, legends. If you're a musician or an entertainer or even just an entrepreneur that has a big vision, then you're in the right place. Thanks for listening on Apple, Spotify, wherever you're listening. And thanks for watching on YouTube. Let's get into it further, okay? Let's think about it. Okay, so people accept any type of treatment from anybody only because they want the people's money, right? But that makes me a bad person. That makes you a bad person if you're an entrepreneur and you want to be wealthy mentally, emotionally, socially, spiritually, physically, and financially. You're worth it. See, people always got to make up excuses to try to justify their lack of work and their incorrect actions. Just like I said, they say these things, and this is why I do this podcast, because money mindset it's the most important thing to have the good mindset. And if you have when I say money mindset, I mean a wealthy mindset, meaning you are free and clear. Your conscience is clear mentally, emotionally, socially, spiritually, right? Physically, you got to be healthy and wealthy in those areas before you become financially wealthy, okay? So, check this out. Listen to some of these scenarios that people put up with, and only because they want money. And I've been there, so check it out. A customer that you didn't serve comes to the drive-thru from the drive-thru to the front counter and just starts screaming and throwing food in your face. You stupid beep, right? Here's another one. Your manager does a TikTok live stream while she's working the drive-thru, and you do nothing except talk crap behind her back. If I did that, she'd fire me. Well, that's one thing I haven't experienced because TikTok wasn't around last time I had a job. But anyway, Here's another one. You witness coworkers stealing company goods. You do nothing. I've seen people at Walmart. One time, I maybe should have said something, but this is years ago when I first became homeless. I was so scared. But I saw somebody at Walmart. I went to the back to ask a question, and there was a lady back there, and she was taking home a bunch of stuff, and it had price tags on it. And I said, what are you doing with that stuff? She goes, oh, I'm just taking it home. I was like, what do you mean? You're stealing it? She's like, I'm not stealing it. I'm just borrowing it. Right? Okay. So, but all these things, I've dealt with these scenarios before, okay? And so that doesn't mean I'm better than you. I'm not saying that. I'm trying to help people who want out. When I worked at McDonald's, the final straw was when I finally stood up and I said, this shit is wrong. A woman walked in, bleeding, screaming, he beat me! He beat me! And Katie, nobody would help her. Not even my manager. So I clocked out, had one of the last cigarettes I would ever smoke in my life, and I called the police on Katie's abuser. And, I quit working for money. That's the point where I decided I'm going to work for purpose. Okay? So, quitting McDonald's and respecting myself versus worrying about not having enough money, it set me free. Showing love to someone else was showing love to me. And I just couldn't look myself in the mirror like that, So I felt so good about myself after I did that. I lost 250 pounds. Some guy who was beating me every single day. And I lost the mindset that said, I can't do it. Or I'm not worth it. Okay? And so when I was homeless and starting my business, I'm Worth It Incorporated, I received money for products and services from people who just completely degraded and exhausted me emotionally. But worst of all, I was reinforcing their bad behavior and I was interfering with their spiritual, mental, and emotional progress. So it's like every time that I allowed someone to treat me badly and then give me money, it's like I was devaluing myself, first of all. But it's almost like I was sending them the message saying, it's good to treat people badly as long as you give them money, right? So sending people's money back scared me a lot. But I trusted God to provide me with food money, and it set my conscience at ease. I was guilt-free, and I was able to create amazing content in that headspace. I have over 190,000 fans on TikTok, and you're listening to my music, so thank you. And this was during the pandemic. So, but best of all, me doing what's moral caused God to always provide for me ever since then. And also, the best thing is that I trust myself a lot more, and I feel more capable and more worthy too. So, but until the past few months, I was accepting money from people who do not even watch my free YouTube channel. They care nothing about what I'm creating and the empowering empire that I'm building and the content that I put out to help people, which they obviously don't want the help or they would be supporting that, right? So I quit accepting their money, and on top of that, they give me mouths. They tell me I'm bad for wanting wealth and I'm bad for doing all of this and I'm bad for working for no money, for a mission instead, right? So I don't care. I don't care what anybody else except me says or does anymore. I sacrifice now because you're worth it, okay? I am building an eternal legacy to empower people long after I'm dead. Long after I'm dead, I'm going to help people. And I will never lower my standards to raise yours. I will never lower my standards to raise society's, because I need to raise my standards even further so that you will be empowered to raise yours, okay? I will never conform to society's standards of accepted morality. Money is bad. Wealthy people are unethical. Money is good, okay? Money can help people. Money puts food in my stomach. Money puts food in other people's stomachs. That is why I support Feeding America, and I give a portion of my profits from my products to Feeding America. And also, it sets people free and literally helps people escape from prison from slavery. Money helps people escape from slavery, and that's why I'm giving also a portion of my sales to OUR, Operation Underground Railroad, which is helping kids. It's really sickening. I'll put the website, but be warned, there's a trigger warning. There's a lot of terrible things you don't want to see and hear. But Operation, there's a movie, and I'll link it down, I'll link their website. Operation Underground Railroad is about helping kids escape from child sex trafficking and child labor and other prisons. There's a lot. Organ harvesting. Okay. But anyway, I get to choose who I talk to, who I work with, who I pay, and who pays me. Okay. So my name is Liberty, and I'm the CEO of I'm Worth It Incorporated, an entertainment empire focused on emotionally equipping entertainers for financial abundance. Dealing with people because I want their money is wrong. If someone devalues me, I cannot serve them. If for any reason I cannot add value to a human life, the best thing that I can do for both of us is to leave and let them learn for themselves. I'm here to empower you. And the higher I go, the higher you can go. You're worth it. Dealing with people only because you want their money is unethical. Thank you for watching, listening, subscribe, share this with a friend. Please do me a favor, check out www.imworthitinc.com. We have lots of products for LGBTQIA, and we have amazing products for amazing entertainers like you, okay? $5 off if you sign up for our email list. You're worth it. Thank you.